Good evening. We are excited to have a class tonight, and we're having a very knowledgeable person with us to share. She has been my oily buddy this whole journey, and we have done lots together, lots and lots of oily things together. She's here early, stays late, teaches classes, offers her wisdom. So she's studied up on supplements that we have with Young Living, and they offer a many varieties of things that are very, very powerful. So she is going to she's going to get us educated on some great tools, because guess what? We have one life, one body. Stewardship, day in and day out, intentional living makes a huge difference in our overall health. And I know some people even complain about, I can't afford it, but you know what does it cost to get disease and illness? It's not cheap. And I would prefer to invest a little bit on the upfront side and have good health for the longevity. So that's why we're doing this class.
Hey everybody. I'm just presenting, really. It's not that I'm certainly not the expert. I'm just presenting. I'm Sarah Battle, and I have been I was strong-armed into Young Living by Sharon. Yes. In a good way, about almost 9 years ago, I guess, 2012. And yeah, it's the real deal, but that's why I'm still here. So, and this is my favorite thing to talk about, is supplements. And when I first started Young Living, it was, I was going to do oils. I was like, I'm not messing with supplements. I'm going to do oils. And now mostly it's supplements that I'm taking. And I love Young Living supplements. So we're going to talk about supplements tonight. And the point of it is, sorry about the fly. You may not see it, but I do. So I'm going to have to be swishing it.
We're in the country.
So we're talking about supplements. And this is actually information from our team, upline team member, Danette Goodyear, who is she's a naturopath. So this is all information from her. I just stole it. I don't know if you call it that or what. Yeah, I'm sure it's out there for us to do. So I'm just using her information. I'm passing that along to you. And what I like about this class is because it is, do I look at this or do I look at, I need to look at, okay. So I like this class because it's about a budget. So what you do with this class is you take the information and use what is best for yourself, and know that priority-wise, this is financial, priority, health, all of that. And you just start with this and then add what you need to it foundation-wise. And if you can do one thing on here, it's the first thing we talk about, and then on down. Okay, so the products that we're going to talk about are listed. We're talking about them in order of importance, financial importance and nutritional importance for your body. It's beneficial to do all of these daily. And other specific supplements that might be good for you. Sharon's whispering.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. Well, I need to.
It's
have
fine.
A phone
I whisper
questions.
when I whisper when
I need a phone.
Oh,
you know,
mine. There's mine.
Okay, good. I just didn't want to.
Sharon wants to answer questions if we have some.
Informal.
Yeah, totally.
I know, it's just funny because I'm like.
So you'll have to find it, but there's Facebook, and then you can find it there. So,
Tell them that they can ask questions.
yes. So if y'all have questions, type them in the comments, and Sharon can answer while we're doing this. Okay. So these supplements are ones that are for your budget financially. Beneficial. If you can do all of them, of course, that's great. These would be the top foundational ones. And then you would add in other specific ones, like I take Thyromin because I need a thyroid supplement. Must have. I stopped taking a thyroid prescription and started taking the thyroid supplement. But these are the top ranked ones in order of financial choice. So if you can only spend X amount, then this is where you start, and then you decide from here what's best for you. And remember, what you put into your health is what you're going to get out of your health in the short run
Jeff
and
just
in the
said
long run.
90 minutes until very high winds.
Okay, 90
So
minutes
that's
until
at a
very
time
high
of
winds. So
somebody.
y'all will just say a prayer that everybody's going to be fine. There's a big storm coming through. And I think it's only going to last about an hour, but it's evidently going to swoosh through. So
you guys leave. You don't want to be stuck on the road.
it's up to you. Yeah.
It
is.
Driving tomorrow.
They do say it's a strong storm.
We're not worried.
It's a strong storm. So I am going to say that I have my notes here, and I am going to go by these notes. So you put garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. You've heard that before, but it's a saying because it's real. Let's see. So we make choices about where our money goes. We don't want to hear, Sharon and I, neither one or anybody wants to hear, oh, it's so expensive. This is your body. This is your health. It does cost to take care of your health. However, Dr. Mercola said it takes, and we're going to talk about this again, I'll mention it again, but he says it takes 16 times more effort and resources to treat a problem as it does to prevent it. So if you spend some money up front, you're going to spend 16 times potentially less to spend some money up front than you would on health problems later. Let's see. Invest in your health. It's worth it. You're worth it. Don't wait for illness to make you change. That is what we see. Is that not right, Sharon?
Yes.
What we see is somebody gets sick and then they're like, oh, don't wait on that. To make the good choice now to invest in your health and do something good for yourself. And for your family, those you love, you're going to be healthier and you're going to be around and healthier for them. Health care is you choosing to take charge of your health. Is our system a health system?
No.
It's a
Disease
sick care system.
management.
It's disease management, and you just get sicker. It's sick care. And don't even get me started right now. Oh. Anyway, okay. So, Dinesh says here, don't use family vacation money to buy oils. Replacement buy. Stop buying some of the cleaners that you're buying that are toxic and buy Thieves Cleaner. It's all you need under your sink. Seriously. If that's all you can afford, you can use it in your wash. Okay? So Thieves Cleaner, different things like that with oils. It's replacement buying. Replace the toxic things in your home. Use the Think Dirty app. Figure it out. Replace those toxic things in your home with things that are beneficial. And in the long run, they are less expensive. You may spend a little more money up front, but in the long run, they're less expensive. I will say my house of 16 years that we just sold a year ago, it was in really good shape, and it's because I did not use toxic cleaners that broke down the surfaces. It was because I used Thieves Cleaner. Okay. Replace your less effective, cheap, worthless supplements. I would venture to say worthless, okay? With ones that save you money actually because they're saving your health. How about this? Young Living even gives us subscribe to save. It's a way to, subscribe to save, and they also give us commissions. If you share because something works for you, hey, try this Allerzyme. You had too much tomatoes in your chili tonight, like Richard.
Yes.
Okay? Try the Allerzyme. Share because it works. And when you do that, you end up getting some commission. And my first one, Sharon said, oh, you got your oils paid for. And I was like, oh, I did get my oils paid for. So Young Living works it out to where you can even get your oils paid for. You don't have to, but you can. Let's see. Share with your friends and acquaintances. Get your oils paid for, and your family's health care paid for. No gimmicks, no guilt, because these are real, true, effective products, or I wouldn't be here 9 years later.
Yes.
Let's see. Okay, back to investing in quality supplements for your health. So, Young Living was the first company to add what to their supplements? Bing! Essential oils. They're an essential oil company. So they're the first company to do that. Why would they do that? Because it makes the nutrients in their supplements more bioavailable. Makes your body absorb them better and faster. And it also tends to increase the potency of your supplements and their effectiveness. Boom. Essential oils are basically like food. They're food for the plant. They're manufactured in the plant. So they really are food for our cells because they have the DNA blueprint of hormones, enzymes, proteins, etc. Okay? So you're getting the best supplement your money can buy. Maybe it costs a little more. It's the best supplement your money can buy. Whereas 1B, like my neighbor takes, I shared some B with her. I said, well, probably 2. She takes 1. That's all she needs because it's that effective. My mom, who's 85, when she runs out of B and she gets something else, she says, no, I got to have the Young Living B. It's better. That's what my mom says. So,
she's seen the difference. So
yep, she can tell the difference. There's now no company has everything that you need, has everything in their product line, but Young Living has the majority of what you need. Shh, here we go.
Thank you, dear.
Young Living has the majority of what you'll ever need, and they're adding more all the time. They've added D since we did this class.
Yes.
They've added turmeric now, so there's a lot of things that they're adding. The main reason, now let's talk a little bit about health, and then we're going to get into the first thing. So the main reason our bodies are a host for disease is because our bodies are too acidic. Okay, what causes the acidic? Hold on. Pathogens thrive in an acidic environment. Acidity leads to inflammation. Inflammation leads to illness. Okay. One thing leads to another. The main thing that causes acid, anybody? Sugar. Main thing that causes acid is sugar. Acid leads to inflammation. Inflammation leads to illness. Okay. Yes, there are foods that we're sensitive to, like dairy, and that causes mucus. But sugar totally causes acidity in our bodies. 2 other causes of inflammation, which really it's kind of connected to sugar, but 2 other causes of inflammation: lack of true nutrition and enzymes. Okay, so this is where we're going to start, is lack of true nutrition. So we're going to start with nutrition. So the first supplement addressing the nutrition component of our health, and the most important thing if you're on a budget to put into your wellness program supplement wise, is Ninja Red. We don't have a bottle. We need to get a bottle just so I can show it. I don't know if all of you have tried it. You probably have. But I'm not saying Ninja Red because, it's some kind of fancy drink that Young Living sells. No, Ninja Red is the top supplement that we recommend because it has the most nutrients. It is amazing super nutrient. It should be your first nutritional supplement over vitamins. Here's the packet, okay? You can get them in bottles, packets. The most economical way to get Ninja Red is to buy the ER bundle, 4 bottles and 30 packets, and it basically saves you the price of 1 bottle by doing that. Plus, you get points for that. So you get it on the ER bundle. So, for me, the ER bundle is about 190 something. So I get over 40 points back. So it's just a no-brainer. Anyway, so that's the way to get it. Okay, it's super nutrient, first nutritional supplement. It's the immune system support, the antioxidant effect, and the synergy of all the ingredients in it are stronger than just the wolfberries that are in it, or stronger than cherries, which is one of the key foods people use for help with joints. Stronger than plums, which helps with elimination. And most of us don't eliminate as we should, and we do have additional supplements for that if you need additional help, but Ninja Red's the place to start. So let's talk on another scale. Blueberries are 2,400 on the ORAC scale. You know what an ORAC scale is? It measures antioxidants, okay? So blueberries are 2,400. You know what Ninja Red is? 36,000. So you think that's good for you?
And the crowd went wild.
Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. Yeah, so that's a huge benefit right there. It blows every other health juice on the market out of the water. So there are companies whose entire product line is one juice, and those companies are successful.
Out.
Oh, is that my husband?
Yes.
If we only had one, let's see, if we only had Ninja Red and didn't have oils or anything else, we would still be blowing the competition out of the water just because Ninja Red is that good. So put this on your subscribe to save order. I do the subscribe to save, and I have it on every 3 months, I think. Yeah,
I do.
I get it every 3 months.
Rewards boxes a month.
Yeah, Sharon does 2 Essential Reward bundles a month. I do 1 Essential Reward bundle every 3 months, but what I do is I give the bottles to my mom and we take the packets. So we're working on taking more all the time, but that's what we do. Let's see, and even Grace takes it. I ordered, she was like, Mom, she keeps packets, and so we get them for her with points. So we'll get her a box of packets with points. Okay, do it for your family. A maintenance dose of Ninja Red is 1 ounce a day. You can take more, absolutely, nothing bad about that. Would only be better.
Disease, you would want.
Yeah, and if you're dealing with illness or disease, you certainly would want more for the nutrients and support that it gives. I'll talk just a few more. I'll throw a few more things that are in there. But if you're looking to save money and still get the benefits of the Ninja Red, 1 ounce a day. My mother could use more, but we can't afford more, so my mother takes 1 ounce a day. But with all the nutrients and things that she's getting in it, 1 ounce a day is great. That gives you true nutrients, antioxidants, amino acids. It's pH balancing, super high in beta carotene. I think everybody's familiar with beta carotene. It also is very high. The Ninja Red, the Ninja Wolfberry itself is high in zeaxanthins. Do you know what that's for? Your eyes. And my team member and friend, very good friend Sarah Burns, has noticed that the benefit that she has received in her eyes just from taking Ninja Red. And she wasn't looking for that. She just was in Sunday school class and noticed, hey, I can see the board without my glasses. So the zeaxanthin's in there. You can't eat 34 onions or 10 pounds of spinach or 59 broccoli florets or 130 tomatoes a day, right? But you can drink 1 ounce of Ninja Red, and that's the equivalent, okay? Ninja Red's the #1 antioxidant product on the market. Just so you don't have to just believe me, I brought my resource guide here, and it has some information in it about Ninja Red. It is, the wolfberry itself has 15.6% protein. It has 21 minerals, B1, B3, C. It has amino acids, which I mentioned. It has potassium. It has zinc. It has fiber. Are you seeing why it's the #1 supplement that we recommend? And then I brought in my resource guide. It's got the Ninja Red page, Ninja Red chapter on Ninja Red. I'm turning the page because right here it talks about the nutrients in 100 grams of Ninja Wolfberry. I'm just going to pop it up there just so you can see. You don't have to believe me. Right there. And then there's more, the amino acids that are in the wolfberry. And it goes into, of course, a lot more detail. And then there's other bioactive components in the Ninja Wolfberry. So you didn't just hear it from me. It's documented. The Ninja. Oh, and you know what else? I signed up for an exercise program, and she also has an eating plan on that exercise program. And she notes, it's called, Sarah Burns turned me on to it. It's called Svelte, S-V-E-L-T-E. And she has an eating program on there, and she has some top nutrients. Ninja Wolfberry's in there. The Ninja Wolfberry from Young Living is going to be your, there's a fly on screen. The Ninja Wolfberry from Young Living is going to be your best one because of where it's from. It's grown in a place where the nutrients from the soil are the highest. So I need to be looking at y'all rather than the camera. I find myself looking at the camera. I know, so I need to look at you guys. Okay, so have I talked about Ninja Red enough? So that's Ninja Red, #1. Okay, #2. #2 on supplements. What would you think that #2 on supplements would be? You would think it would be a vitamin, maybe, probably. No, it's not. Okay, and I learned this in a nutrition class that I took, not a Young Living class, that I took several years ago. I didn't know about enzymes, but enzymes are the #2 on your list of foundational supplements. So why? Let's talk about that. Second is our societal lack of enzymes. What do enzymes do? They break things down. There are things that we ingest or that we absorb that need to be broken down, and our body doesn't know how to do it because it's not, many of them are not natural things that we shouldn't have in our body. Gary Young considered enzymes to be the possible health solution for wellness, for those things that people don't want to get. Okay. They have been very key for our youngest daughter and her seasonal issues and her breathing issues. She has them no longer. So enzymes break down things in your body that need to go. There are 3 kinds of enzymes. There are digestive enzymes, and that's what your body produces if it's able. There are food enzymes that you get from foods. Now, processed foods, obviously. And do you think you're probably getting the amount of enzymes from your food that you need? Probably not. That's why we have to recommend supplementing. Would we rather just get it from our food? Yes. But if we can't or don't, then we need to supplement. And then there are metabolic enzymes, and those come from your organs, such as the pancreas. There are other organs that that create enzymes too. So enzymes are destroyed at temperatures over 120 degrees. So obviously you're not going to get enzymes with a cooked vegetable, cooked over 120 degrees. Enzymes are destroyed by heat, food processing, which would be pasteurization, cooking, the microwave, radiation, young livings, ninja wolfberries are the only ones that are not irradiated. As far as we know, they're the only ones that come into the United States and they are not irradiated. Okay, did you know carrots have more enzymes than any other raw food? Okay, foods are made of chemical elements that need enzymes to break them down. Think of a leaf on a tree that falls from the tree. How does it break down? It's enzymes that do that work. Okay, we need chemical elements to help break things down. Enzymes also need minerals and vitamins to function, to do their work. So enzymes, these things work together. It's a synergy. Enzymes need minerals and vitamins to do their work, and at the same time, enzymes also unlock the benefits of minerals and vitamins, proteins, hormones, and engage in body function. So see how all these things work together? It helps to take the right enzyme for the right foods, okay? As enzymes are specific in action and purpose. Lactase, for instance. Lactose, if you heard of that, everybody knows lactose intolerant, right? So that's milk. So what does lactase do? Breaks down dairy, okay? So enzymes are specific. The right enzyme is like having the right key for the right lock. The enzyme is the key. Young Living has 5 different enzyme products, okay? Don't get so caught up in which one do I do that you don't do any, okay? Pick one and use it. They all have beneficial properties for you. Now let's talk about them real quick. Allerzyme, wonder what that could be used for. Okay, it's a good time for Allerzyme. Seasonal, okay? It has key healthy enzymes for a healthy immune system and respiratory system. Allerzyme. It has amylase, which is a key enzyme for respiratory support. You only get that from mother's milk, and it's the only enzyme that you are not born with, this says. The Allerzyme of note contains the most essential oils. So if you like having the essential oils for the bioavailability of that, Allerzyme has the most. It says Allerzyme is one that you take before a meal. Here again, that's the best thing to do. But you're still better to take the enzyme than to not take it at all. Okay. If you get to the meal and you're like, oh, I forgot to take my enzyme 30 minutes before, take it anyway. Okay. Take it. Okay, the next one is Detoxing. Wonder what that does. You can tell by the name. Thank you, Gary Young. It's a great enzyme to detoxify your digestive tract. And Andrea, my friend, would tell you that is her. I think that's probably her number one. She loves Detoxing.
We
that
use
one
every evening.
Every
Before we go
evening.
to bed on an empty stomach.
Mark says they take it every evening on an empty stomach.
And that's to help with there's the biofilms that's also in your gut, and those help to break through.
I was going to turn
those biofilms so that anything that's hidden can be dealt with.
Cleans out. Yep. Biofilms on the cells, is that what you're talking about? Yeah. This one is one that you can take with a meal. So if you're worried about taking it at the right time and you think, well, I want to do it with a meal, Detoxime, okay? And Detoxime is very great. And it's little. Yeah. The Allerzyme and the Detoxime ones are very small capsules. In fact, I have an Allerzyme right here. I'll just show you. Here's Allerzyme, and I meant to show these. This is Allerzyme, okay? Here is Detoxime. Okay, and Allerzyme and Detoxime are the same size, and these are mine, so I'm going to hold it. Okay, look how little, it's little. And then the trick, I don't know if y'all know about the trick of taking capsules, but they float. So what you do to take capsules, and at my age, and I just learned this about a year ago, but what you do to take capsules that float, put them in your mouth, take the water, and tilt your chin down. Sounds wrong, but it floats right up to the back and goes right down. Boom. Try it, okay?
And these are good for kids. You can just open them up and juice or a smoothie.
Which ones?
Any of the powdered ones.
Okay. So Sharon's saying that since this is a capsule, you can actually open this up and put it in a smoothie or something. That's Super B, but Detoxime. Yeah. So the Detoxime's the same. It's small, just like the Allerzyme. You could open it up.
That way.
Yeah. So any capsule, you could open it up and put it in something. So Detoxime you do with a meal. Essential Zyme. This is the one that I have been taking. Essential Zyme, and this is what Danette says. She believes it is the first supplement Gary created because the enzymes in it have an affinity to go after cellular waste. Now I have to be careful with my words, so maybe you can infer goes after cellular waste. Take this one between meals, it says. This one has I guess it's an enzyme called Pancrealipase. What do you think that's for? Pancreas. This is one reason that I take it, because it supports the pancreas. What else do we do that supports the pancreas? I suppose Ninja Red does, but I take this one because of that, and I also take this one because it has hydrochloric acid in it. And most of us are low in hydrochloric acid, okay? That thing where they say, oh, we don't have enough, our stomach is too acidic. That is not true. It is completely opposite. Your stomach does not have too much acid. It would burn a hole in it. It does not. It has too little acid. Now that doesn't sound right, because we feel the acid coming up and we think, oh, we must have too much acid, because it's just the opposite. You don't have enough. So you need hydrochloric acid. But anyway, and hydrochloric acid does a lot of other things too. Kills yeast. Most of us have an overgrowth of yeast, okay? So anyway, Essential Zyme is one of my favorites, and there is a protocol for the illness that, not COVID, but there's a program for the other illness that everybody's been afraid of for years and years, that lots of Essential Zyme is in that protocol. Okay, the last enzyme is for children. I actually don't have, no. I did Essential Zyme. Essential Zyme 4, missed it. Essential Zyme 4, Gary Young combined 4 previous enzyme products into 2 capsules. So Essential Zyme 4 is this box, and it is a 2 capsule. So one on each side, one's yellow, one's white. Essential Zyme 4, the reason it's called that is because it goes after the 4 biggies. If you're going to be eating out or not eating well, it breaks down the big 4: fat, protein, fiber, and carbs. And how many of us eat too much of all of that? Probably. Yes. Okay? Too many of us. Not all of us, but too many of us. So Danette would say, she said that when she's eating out, she always has the Essential Zyme 4 with her, because it breaks down all those things. Okay. The last one is for children. I actually don't have a bottle of this one, but Mighty Zymes. And this is where we started with Bethany. It's a chewable, tastes pepperminty, maybe a little bit chalky, but it's a tiny little ball. And it's one of the best things you can do for your kids. Okay, it's the number 2 supplement. You've got Ninja Red, and then you've got enzymes. So think about it. It's true for kids too, not just for us adults. It's true also for children. So they need enzymes. It's chewable, Made a difference for Bethany. That's where we started her, and then we moved her to Allerzyme because it's a tiny little capsule and she could swallow it. And now she doesn't even need it. So she takes it. Yeah, she doesn't need it. Jeff's actually taking Allerzyme right now, as you can guess why. And I do have a member out in Mesquite, and his daughter takes Mighty Zymes, and it helps her skin. If you can infer maybe what I'm talking about. So it helps her skin because it helps her liver. Okay, Gary Young took more enzymes than any other supplement, and his regimen was 4 essential Zymes, 1 to 2 hours before he ate. Breaks down the cell walls of those cells that you don't want in your body. Okay, all right. Third supplement. This will get a little bit faster. The third supplement. So we got Ninja Red, and we have enzymes. Are we at vitamins yet? We're not. Okay, we're at Life 9 probiotic. Okay, so probiotic is the next important thing on your list. Life 9, here it goes. And I don't have one of these to show you, but it is also a capsule. So you would also put it in, put your chin down, it floats, and then swallow it back. Life 9 is a probiotic, provides 9 probiotic strains. That is for your intestinal health, which has so much to do with your overall health, your intestinal health. Helps you sustain energy, and it helps improve your immunity, which we definitely need right now, more so than ever. You can research the strains in Life 9 on PubMed. The strains are on the bottle. The strains were put together purposefully because they work together synergistically, as opposed to an abundant number of strains. Let's just put a whole bunch of probiotics in there. Well, if you do that, some are going to negate the others and some are going to cannibalize the others. That's right. So, okay, so you want to know what you're doing when you put the probiotics together. 80% of our immune system is in our gut. We've probably all heard that before. So you need a gut that's working properly. Probiotic, I like this. Remember this. Probiotic is armor for your gut. The best time, take it whenever, but the best time to take it is before you have health challenges. Also, I think before you go to bed. Yes, in the evening before you go to bed. But before you have health challenges, take it. Take it now. Quit waiting. Quit waiting, okay? Take it as a preventative. 50% of your gut flora needs to be good bacteria. It's good to take it in the evening. If you are taking inner defense, take it opposite of that. Don't take it together with that. If you're taking an antibiotic, and you're taking a probiotic to counteract it, great. Just don't do it at the same time, okay? Do it at a different time. I keep looking at this. I want to look at you. I need practice.
Opposites would be, if you take inner defense or your antibiotic in the morning, you would take your probiotic at night. Mm-hmm. So it's the opposite time of the day. Yes, sorry, that confusing. Yeah. Yes, opposite time of day. Yeah, don't take it. Yeah. So, inner defense, antibiotic, something like that. If you take your probiotic in the evening, take your inner defense or antibiotic. And I think I've also heard at least maybe 4 hours apart. Right. Okay. It's just better completely separating them, but I think if you're doing them 4 hours apart, you're probably okay. And here again, I'm going to repeat Dr. Mercola. 16 times as much effort and resources to treat a problem as it does to prevent the problem. All right. We're on to the fourth one. We're finally at the vitamin. So vitamin is number 4. On the list. Can I interject? Yes, interject. So, I may turn the camera to you. So this is Sarah's class. Mark's going to interrupt. So if you think about what she just walked through, she walked through nutrition, and then the ability to break down your food so your body can actually absorb it. So she's going into food supplements now, but the food supplements notice they're 4th because everything you need is before that, in order to take the food that you're already eating and get the most nutrition out of it, rather than your body going, I don't know what to do with this, I can't, it just eliminates. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's 4th, is because you can do a lot with just your food if you have good gut health, you've got the enzymes to break down the food, so you can take advantage of it.
Yeah, and the enzymes, remember we talked about that the enzymes actually help, they work with the vitamins and minerals. Right. So if you've got the enzyme in there, then the vitamin that you take on your number 4 list is actually going to absorb better and be more better utilized by your body. So excellent point. need to put that in my notes here. So the fourth thing you need is a great multivitamin, because this is your nutriment. We'll talk about that. Our diets lack enough nutrition, even if you're doing a good job. Most of us still need to supplement, okay? Danette said that many people would walk into her naturopathic office and were so proud that they were taking their good multivitamin, and it was pitiful to her to think that they thought Centrum Silver or some Walmart brand was good nutrition. And yes, years ago I did buy those multicolored chewable vitamin C things for the girls. And and then I saw they had aspartame in. I'm like, what am I doing? So no, don't do that.
Costco's just as guilty.
Costco's just as bad. Yeah. So Sharon says Costco's just as guilty. So you got to know what you're taking. And the next point on you got to know what you're taking is the reason those aren't good, they're lab created. Okay? They are not bioavailable. Lab created vitamins, okay? They create those chemicals in a lab. They're not from the ground. They don't carry the life force or the synergistic effect of true plant-based vitamins, okay? That's very important. And you know what? You have to do, unless you take something from Young Living, if you're going to take a vitamin from another place, you've got to do your research and determine, are these plant-based vitamins that are in this vitamin? And it's not easy to do. I did a search on the internet one time trying to figure out what was plant-based and what was not, and it's a challenge. It's a challenge. I did post some information that I found, and it was very helpful, but it's still a challenge. So find a company that you trust, like Young Living, and you get them from there. Yes, Sharon?
I'm asking you to leave now.
Oh.
So can you maybe just 5 minutes and just quickly?
Oh.
I can take over if you want.
Well, I got to go down to Grace's.
Yes.
So-
It says that there's massive hailstorms coming.
Okay.
and wind.
Well, I guess I can just wait.
Wichita Falls has already been hit.
Okay. I'm just going to finish, and I'll just stay here, and we'll just wait,
Well,
I guess.
I would like you to go down to Grace's.
Oh, well. Okay, well, I guess Mark can finish for me. But, okay, so the next thing is, Jeff's wanting me to leave because the weather's supposed to get really bad. Okay, so Master Formula is the Young Living vitamin that they have. It has amazing vitamins, minerals, food-based nutriments, which is nourishment, supports your overall health and wellness. I could go into all the Master Formula, but I'm not going to do that. It does have, here's what Master Formula looks like. It's the box, and it has a little opening back here where you pull out your, and it does have 4 in it. And if that's too much in a day, you're still better off to take 1 a day, 2 a day, take 2 one day, 2 the next day, take all 4 and then skip a day. You're better off to get it in you as much as you can rather than not at all, okay?
And if your budget cannot allow every day, it's better to do this than other stuff.
Yes, better, yep. So I could go into what the capsules are because I have that information. I'm going to skip it. If you want to know that, great. I'll send that to you. And we also have, we also have a handout here, but I don't think I put that in the handout. But we also have a handout, so I will try and post that. We can post the file for the handout that gives you some information. And if you want more information on the Master Formula, let me know. Okay, so the next one is Omega Gies. So omega-3s, I think we all know that we need omega-3s. Omega-3s, brain health, but also heart health, okay? Heart, liver, and brain is what Danette says here. Fish oil is the same omega-3 that's in our brain. Omega Gies is one of the key supplements also for heart health. Heart health is your circulatory system. That's pretty important, our circulatory system. So the way the fish oil can be unstable. So this is a great thing that Young Living has with the essential oils, because the essential oils stabilize that fish oil in there and keep it from getting rancid. So it will actually do good things in your body.
As a holistic esthetician, omega-3s are more important than sunscreen.
Okay, omega-3 is more important than sunscreen from an esthetician here.
They protect your skin from the inside, and most sunscreens, are filled with chemicals.
Protect your skin from the inside. It's just what you need to do, because burn is inflammation, and if you're healthy on the inside, you won't get the burn. And we've experienced that. My sister-in-law Robin has experienced that. So it has vitamin E, it has clove oil, Clove oil retards the oxidation in your brain and eyes. And let's see. Oh, wow, I skipped over so much. I was like, how can I be at the bottom? All right. It also has vitamin D. Vitamin D, we are chronically deficient in this vitamin. We don't get enough sunlight. Hence, one of the reasons people are getting sick so easily with these things coming. Mark's about to take over. I'm going to finish on omega Zymes. So vitamin D you need, guys, and the Young Living vitamin D is easy. Put it under your tongue. But anyway, it's also in omega Zymes.
Melissa in it. That's like crazy.
So,
Vitamin D does.
the vitamin D supplement has Melissa in it. Okay. So let's see. And the dosage of the vitamin D is everything. Aging females need 4,000 IU a day. We're probably not getting that. Our absorption of vitamin D is lower as we get older. Some prescriptions and over-the-counters can inhibit the absorption of vitamin D. Vitamin D is in omega Zymes, the reason we're talking about this, but you can take the separate supplement that Young Living has that melts under your tongue. Tastes good. You need to take vitamin D with good fats, and omega Zymes takes care of that. Omega Zymes also helps because it's got German chamomile, and that multiplies the absorption of the vitamin D. So I just sound like a broken record. It gets just better and better all the time. The CoQ10 that's in omega Zymes is the best quality that's on the market. The capsule is not cow or pig, it's fish gelatin. It's a little bit better, not for you vegans, but you could take, what was the other one? What's MindWise. Okay, so if you're vegan, you can do MindWise, and that gets you your omega 3s from what's that? The plant that it comes from, I forget. But anyway,
aloe vera?
No, it's another. Cloves, spearmint, and German chamomile are also in there. Okay, so there's only 2 more supplements here. I'm going to let Mark go through those because my husband's worried about the storm coming through, and I need to go down to my daughter. So sorry about that. I was planning on finishing this, but there's 2 more. So thank you for listening, and I'm going to let Mark take over and finish the last 2. Okay? Oh, yeah. And I'm going to give Mark the speaker, the microphone. I'll stay in front of here and wave hi until Mark gets back, or wave bye until Mark gets back. I guess I'm going to leave my things here except for the ones that here you go.
I'm going to copy your notes.
And I'll be back on Tuesday, so I will come back. Yeah, just keep all that and I'll come back on Tuesday.
So we are in the midst of a weather. We're in the midst of a weather situation, and we've got people here at the house, and they're probably going to stay.
Well, no, it's not till 10, but she has to go to Plano and come back.
But it's still, anyways. Her husband is, and then she's got to drive back up further north, which is into the storm. So that's a lot of work once she's going in. All right. So she has covered everything. We were just talking before we started that I had done a class like this many years ago, and it actually is almost in the same order that we had done when I did my research. So this is really good that she's validating what I learned.
This is all from Danette, so I totally trust. I remember this one.
All right. Okay, so a couple of things that she talked about was clove, spearmint, and German chamomile in the omega Zymes. So clove, again, is high on the ORAC scale. It's good for your circulatory system. And so that's a benefit. I use that particular oil every day on my feet every morning. Spearmint is one that came up in a scan that I did, so I've been using spearmint also. And it helps with inflammatory response, and it helps with digestion, so that's great. So the next 2, again, this is in the order of, like Danette had placed it, order of priority of if you have a budget, what would you buy first, second, third, and fourth. So after your multivitamin and after your omega, get your fish oils would be your Bs. And we have a product called Super B, and it does increase energy. And it's a complex B. It's not just a B6 only or B12 only. It's a complex because God has designed the B complex to actually work together. And so it's called the stress vitamin because under stress our body uses up our Bs and we need to replenish them. And in actually this last 2 years, I could say from within our state and our United States that we have been under a lot of stress. So we've been eating up our B vitamins. If we're deficient, we're eating up something else too. but we need to replenish them daily. And it helps support your adrenal glands, your nervous system, your circulatory system, which includes your heart. It helps also with the enzyme reactions that we talked about earlier. And Gary added B5, which helps with mood support, and reformulated the Super B with a methylated form. Because of it's so potent, he had to split it and take half in the morning and half with lunch with food. So some people may need to split that supplement up because it's just too strong. But you do want to take it with food normally. So that's Super B. And then finally, there's we have a product called Longevity. It comes both as an essential oil itself, or you can get it in the capsule form. So in a capsule, it contains essential oils of frankincense, orange, clove, and thyme, which is mixed in with coconut oil. And this is one of the most powerful antioxidant supplements on the market. It has an ORAC scale of 150,000. So Ninja Red, we were quoted, it was about 36,000. Is that right?
Yeah.
And this capsule, capsule is 150,000 on the ORAC. So it's a high antioxidant supplement. Gets a huge antioxidant level in you every day, and the oils are protective to help the longevity of our organs. It helps to detoxify and digest pathogens, and it helps to inhibit abnormal cell production. So this is a must in Danette's arsenal.
Do you know if the oil has the same ORAC value versus the capsule?
It does.
Okay.
Well, it just, the only difference is with the bottle of the oil is that it doesn't have the coconut oil in it.
Okay.
So it's not as, so the coconut oil helps you in your digestion. Mm-hmm. So coconut oil itself is very beneficial on its own. But it helps your body not to absorb it so fast. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's just as effective and such. So, yep. So the therapeutic dose or maintenance dose, if you're a deficient, like most of us are, it takes a while to get back to where we need to be. This would mean that you need to take a therapeutic dose. Like after 2 to 3 weeks, you start to notice a difference. And on a good joint product like Agilese, it might take 6 weeks to notice a difference. And then you feel good and you stop taking them and wonder what's wrong. And that's because you're not maintaining. So you may need to take a higher dosage at the beginning, but you got to figure that out as to what your body can handle. Like Danette, she hadn't realized when she was taking the B complex, the Super B, it was too much for her body. Mm-hmm. And so she cut it in half and did half in the morning and then later with food in the afternoon. So that is, so what you would want to do is to then just scale back and just take the recommended dose or even less in order just to keep your body, give it what it needs, and you adjust as you see how your body's reaction. So all the things that we talked about tonight so far, which was the master formula, the Live 9, the Omega Gi's, the longevity, they all come together in one bundle called the core supplements that Young Living offers. So you can actually get all of those in one supplement, and you actually will save over $20. That may be out of stock, but regardless, is all the different things. You can order these separately and get the benefits, or you can order them through the core supplements and you get a discount for getting all those together. So again, core supplements would be the last thing on the list if your budget can't do that. But if your budget can handle, you can skip from Ninja Red, and after the enzymes, you could then skip down to core supplements and get all the other ones and get a savings in terms of the cost of it because they packaged it all together for you. So Ninja Bread, again, is the best price is in the bundle where they have a box of 4 bottles and then they have another box of 30 packets. And those are the best price. It's about $180 less the shipping. And that's what we order actually 2 times a month. We get that. And it's really, we go through it. Our family, we do have a large family, so not as large as it used to be, but it's works. So, but there are other supplement lines that we do have with Young Living in case you need.
Add, the Ninja Red, with all the state of affairs, I don't know if you can hear me though, with the state of affairs in our world, and maybe talking about shortages of things, I would definitely be stocking up on Ninja Red, because if you only had access to a few foods and you had Ninja Red, it's a whole food supplement as far as massive nutrition. You don't have to heat it, nothing. You could literally live off of that and be your best healthy self with maybe having any crackers and canned soup or whatever you had. So that's just something to think about if your budget can afford it, to just order extra and stash it away. And of course, it wouldn't matter to last a long time. And if nothing happens, you just go through the newest boxes first or the oldest boxes and kind of,
Right.
it would just be a great idea for a storage for foods.
Okay. So there are other supplement lines that we also carry, and those are mostly based on what is it that you're trying to target. Are you targeting weight management? We have a sleek line to help with that, and it's a blend of food, shakes, and supplements. There's also age-based for women, Cortistop, Estro, Femigen, and PD 80/20. And then for men, there's Prostate Health and Protec. If you're an active person, especially in sports, then you're going to look at what can I do with like supporting my bones and ligaments and muscles, where we have a BLM product, Agilese. We have MegaCal and SuperCal for calcium support. Sulfurzyme for hair, skin, and nails. See my gray? Can you see my gray? Say no.
I say no.
So I have very little gray, which is kind of weird at my age. My brother, I have a older brother who's 3 years older than me, and he's fully gray-haired. And then I have a younger brother, and he has more gray hair than I do. And I know that it's because of the amount of sulfurzyme that we take. We've heard stories of people that have been able to change. Sharon has Sharon's been fighting gray hair.
Yes.
You would never know it because she does things to help cover it. But she noticed as she was increasing her sulfurzyme that the new hair growth that she was having was no longer gray. It was actually her normal color.
Salt and pepper, like it was
So
black.
it was. So we've seen that interesting and the thing that changed was sulfurzyme.
Well, we started with the powder and drinking
Right.
more of it,
Or
and we
capsules,
make it drink every
and then-
day and
right.
up the dosage. And
So it comes in a capsule form and also comes in a powder form. The powder form actually has an additional ingredient. Do you remember what it's called?
FOS.
FOS, and that the capsules don't have. And FOS
And
is
it's a
very, very
prebiotic.
good. Right. There's AminoWise and there's PowerGize, which is good for your muscular system. You could get specific vitamins like Super C, and then there's chewable Super C, C as well. They've got shakes, Balance Complete, Pure Protein Complete, both vanilla and chocolate, as well as the sleek. If you need a cleansing protocol, we've got several cleansing protocols within Young Living. Alkaline, Comfortone, ICP, Digest and Cleanse.